Coach, what's the plan? What are we going to work on this week going over to Missouri?
Man, for us, I think I mentioned after the game and going home and watching the game and watching game film, I was pleased with some of the soccer that we played. I thought our attack was good. We created, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 very good opportunities. We got stats back that showed that we dominated the categories that we like to dominate. We want ball, we want territory, we want chances, and we did all of that. Unfortunately, the stat that matters most, we did not. So, but I think if we play that type of game, more often than not, I think we come out with a positive result. So, our attitude, going into the Mizzou is doing a lot of what we did this last game. We want to dominate that ball and territory, and I thought we did a great job of getting behind them, of getting to the end line, getting crosses in. You look at some of the chances that Gianna had, the chance that Felicia cutting the ball back to Nadia. We had our chances, and we'll keep building off that.
Coach, how meaningful is it with the SEC tournament right around the corner to have another opportunity in the regular season to kind of flush this past result out of your minds?
Yeah, I think it's good. An opportunity against a Mizzou team that's it's probably better than their record. We're certainly not taking them lightly. It's going to be a team that's organized and stingy, and I've got to believe, for pride's sake, they're going to want to win their last game, and so we'll go there. But yeah, a chance for us to just continue working on our craft and trying to get better as we approach the SEC tournament and the NCAA tournament.
Coach, obviously before that last loss, you guys were on a 28-game home unbeaten streak.
Yeah.
Talk about how important it is to try and win a couple games in the SEC tournament, lock up a home game, possibly multiple home games.
Yeah, home games are massive, and just the success that we've had here, just the comfort of sleeping in your own bed, and just the familiarity of routine, and probably most importantly, playing in front of our fans who have been outstanding. We certainly want to win another game or two, and we want to go to the SEC tournament, win the SEC tournament. But we know that we're in a good place to potentially host a first-round game in the NCAA tournament. But it'd be nice to get another win or two to secure that. But I think home games are massive, and I thought that was a big reason we had the run we did last year in the NCAA tournament. So we certainly want to get a home game.
Not looking too far ahead, but with the SEC tournament, it's kind of interesting to scout opponents that you didn't see before, like a South Carolina. You guys didn't play them this regular season, teams like that. What kind of a wrinkle does that add to preparing for those matches once you get there?
Yeah, a little bit. I think how we've approached things the last couple of seasons is, we don't really change what we do regardless of who we're playing. So it's kind of nice for us. We don't have to all of a sudden try to change a new formation or change a tactic because we're playing a certain opponent. So we're going to play the same, regardless of who we play. So that makes scouting and preparing for an opponent a little bit easier. But with that being said, our focus is on Mizzou. We're not looking ahead. And then once we play that Mizzou game, we'll know who we play in the in the SEC tournament, and then we'll kind of shift focus to that and start watching a little game film and prepping for that. But our focus right now is on Mizzou.
How does the desperation, or how does the team mindset change? Again, obviously we focus on Mizzou, but when the SEC tournament comes with a one-and-done kind of a mindset.
Yeah, it's unique, but I guess it kind of prepares you for the NCAA tournament as well. And I don't know. I guess I would kind of look at it as we treat every game kind of as a one-off. I try not to look too far ahead and focus on other opponents. So we really kind of treat every game that way. But certainly certain tactics come into play. Obviously, if you're in the SEC tournament and you play 3 games or 4 games in a short amount of time, at what point do you try to rest players and prepare for that next game? But really, most teams don't have the luxury of really planning too far ahead. It's like you gotta win that game before you kind of start thinking about the next game. And so I think we'll treat every game like it's the last game and play to win that.
With that same context, how is the team's health and fitness going into the last game?
Yeah, we're doing well, and I think I mentioned before that we were banged up in the early part of the season. Our preseason was when we had low numbers, but we've got really just about every player at our disposal, and this time of year, you know, with all the stuff going on from travel to exams to the load of all the games, accumulation, all the games, you know, it would be easy to kind of be limping into the end of the season. But I don't see that with our group. You know, they're fresh, they're lively, energetic, and you know, I think we're in a good place right now.
Coach, just try to quantify for me in words the value that Gianna Paul has to this squad.
Yeah, Gianna is incredible, and you know, it's unfortunate for her and our team that she hasn't found the back of the net in the last couple games, but it's certainly, you know, it certainly doesn't mean she hasn't been playing well. I mean, she's targeted well, she's got behind, she draws so much attention from the opposition. You know, a lot of times she's seeing 2 or 3 defenders on her, which is opening other players up. You know, just the threat of constantly getting behind, you know, teams have to sag off us a little bit. That allows us to play. So, you know, even when she's not scoring goals, you know, she's a huge impact for our team. And, you know, I know every coach I talked to, you know, immediately after the game, you know, they mentioned, you know, what a handful Gianna is. And so, you know, she's playing great. And, you know, I think, you know, I think she's leading the league in shots and chances, and you know, so at least she's getting good looks, and you know, knowing GP, those are going to fall for her.
Speak of the devil.
Right, GP?
Hopefully, yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
Coach, obviously this has been the richest chapter in the history of Alabama soccer, but has there been any communication between you and any of the previous coaches to hold this role, or any former players to come through?
Yeah, you know, we especially last year when we kind of went on that run, you know, we were hearing from all sorts of alumni that were just really proud of what we were doing with the program, and they were supportive. We had a lot of them, you know, come out to games. We had people even travel to North Carolina to watch us play in the Final Four, and some people went to Pensacola to watch us play. So that was awesome. You know, a lot of players, you know, that we coached, and even ones that we didn't, you know, players that were here 15, 20 years ago. You know, Don Staley was a coach, not right before me, but 2 before me, and you know, very successful. I think he was SEC Coach of the Year a couple times, and you know, was here for a long time. But he's been awesome. You know, we've had a good relationship ever since I took the job. We got in touch, and you know, we try to touch base maybe once or twice a year and talk. But he's really proud of where the program's come, and he's a big fan, big supporter of us.